everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about with you all on a little bit of motivation and what could pep you up to get you moving with your drawing as beginners, and a few more tips and just some things that could again help you out with building your confidence up and leading on to bigger and better things later on down the future. So here we go. One thing that I discovered, after a bit when I, first initially started drawing, one thing was I had to contain or develop that self-motivation, that self-discipline. And that came with my passion to want to do art and create art and be an artist. So the first thing I'm going to suggest to you guys is, if you have that passion, then get yourself up and going. Get yourself your pencil, your drawing pencil, and pick it up and just get going. What I remember doing as a young kid when I first started, discovering my talent, and what was a good thing for me that helped build my confidence up was starting off with something very simple, something simplified, something that didn't contain a lot of different angles or a lot of lines, nothing complicated. So I worked with very simple things and built my confidence up and moved on to bigger, a bit more challenging things and different mediums, essentially. So for an example, start off with something that like so. You can start off with a cup of some sort, and draw the angles, draw the lines that you see, and later on, or the next time that you're looking at this cup, change the angle of it. Change the angle and draw a different angle of it. Draw it from a different side. But keep going until you get through the entire drawing. Start off with something very simplified that's not a big challenge, and you know that you can get through it. Here you go. Something very simplified, something very simple and easy, and draw, the shape. That this is, as a basic shape, you would draw this as a rectangle. And then, clean up the lines, make it look more realistic as the actual lines of this container. Then move on to a little bit bigger things, a little bit more, challenging. Say, hey, I can draw that smaller one. Why not move up to something a little bit bigger? Challenge yourself. I mean, this is not something as far as the lines of it, it's not a bit any more complicated. It's just drawing it a little bit bigger from the smaller one that we just looked at. And what happened for me was, when I started doing small things like that, I moved on to bigger things, and then I said to myself, I said, hey, why can't I do something like a coffee pot? Maybe I feel confident enough to I made it through drawing the lines on this. Let me see what happens when I draw something like a coffee pot. And you never know, you might be amazed in such a short time of what the outcome of that may be. So, number one, get going with your art. Okay? So get going with your art. You know, it doesn't take much. You can even take something like an eraser. Right? Take an eraser. Look at the side of it. Turn the angle of it. Do a different angle of it. Draw a different angle of it. Draw the front of it. Draw the top of it from a top view. There's not many lines in there. Start off something simple. Build your confidence up to where you feel like you can move on to something bigger and better. Okay? And then essentially, you're going to get to a point where when you draw something or you finish drawing the shape, you're going to want to come in and, you know, start shading it to make it look even a bit more realistic. So if I have a soft edge here, okay, back to the soft edge. This is something that's very, you know, very lightly sketched in. If I'm coming in here and I want to shade this area, right, I'm going to start off probably dark. And just as I do in my demos or demonstrations or some of my previous videos, I can start off dark. And I can get lighter as I move down the line. Dark here. There's no hard line. There's no hard line in here. Look, there's no hard line. Hard line meaning that again. And eventually, when you have a full drawing and you've got this beautiful consistency of your tonal values or your shading, that is what is going to make your drawing really, really stand out. So again, get going. Pick up your pencil, right? Pick up your drawing pencil. Find something very simplified, you know, in your home or outside your home. Carry your sketchbook. Sketch it out. Do your basic shape. And move on to a little bit bigger things, you know, keep it simplified, build your confidence up, right? And move on to bigger and better things. And then eventually you'll start adding your shading because you want to make it, you know, you get to the point where you want to make your drawing a bit more realistic. Start adding your shading. Remember, sketch lightly, add your shading, and voila, you're on your way to mastering things. So get going and practice. Thank you all. I hope you all did enjoy this video here that I'm sharing with you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Turn on your notifications so that you are notified when I do post new videos. And until then, we'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.